Jadadi, Professor D.S. Kumbanji, Professor Brakaji, Dr. Bambaji, Pathakji, my mentor, Professor Gurdev Singh Kausalji, Bansal, Professor D.D.S. Sandhuji, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I compliment the Panjab University, particularly Professor Grover, for commemorating the 150th birth anniversary year of Professor Ruchi Ram Sahni. I happen to be in the Ministry of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences for a short while, when during my visit to the Mausam Vibhag, IMD, to a query of mine as to who was the first Indian officer in this department, I got the name of Professor Ruchi Ram Sahni. Thereafter, during that very period, I happened to go to Lucknow. I had heard of the name of Bansal but didn't know of the relationship between the two. I visited the Bansal Institute of Paleontology, and that was the place where I learned that he was the son of Ruchi Ram Sahni. I got to know a little more after that about Professor Ruchi Ram Sahni. He rightly said that he was a legendary figure of those times, whose worth was perhaps not recognized. I learned in that ministry that a conscientious officer as he was, he also, by his pioneering work, be it learning about the modern calibration of barometers or the scientific interpretation or use of science for mixology, he earned the envy as also at times jealousy of the other so-called or so-proclaiming superior British people there in the different departments. He can very rightly be termed as even the father of, we were to say when we had this topic of the science, education and social change in a moving Punjab. He was the person who recognized the importance of education of science. He understood, and that remains relevant even today, that over-dependence on agriculture is not really the solution of our economic woes. We have to shift, not to give up agriculture, we have to promote agriculture, we have to step up production, agriculture production, but we also must move our youth away from agriculture, dependence on agriculture to manufacturing. That is perhaps what we have missed in our country today. We perhaps jumped from agriculture to services. We have to emphasize upon manufacturing, and that is where we deploy scientific knowledge. Those were very small examples, for instance, making of soap or indigo. Very small examples those sound today, but those were important. Those had a story to tell us. The starting of the workshops. We have our ITIs today. Perhaps ITIs would owe their origin to the workshops which Ruchi Ram Sahni, with no resources set up, using people from here and there. He started that. He emphasized upon the importance of skill development, and that continues to bedevil us still. We haven't been able to bring our children, bring our youth to the skill development institutes. We do